Hello. So maybe you or a loved one have been deported, or perhaps you triggered the permanent bar to the United States and you want to come back. Well, this video is for you. My name is Jorge Molina. I am an immigration attorney serving clients worldwide and based in Dallas, Fort Worth. And today we're going to be talking about I-212 waivers. Okay, so many times, despite your best efforts, despite presenting the best case in court, either a person does not qualify for relief or they're just not granted relief. So they end up being deported. And some other times, people have a history of immigration violations, including entering the United States without inspection, remaining here for over a year, leaving, and then coming back, thus triggering the permanent bar. Well, in those cases, if you want to do things right now and you have a form of coming back to the United States, let's say you have children over 21 that can file a petition for you, you have a spouse who is a U.S. citizen or lawful resident, and you want to come back. Well, in those circumstances, for example, if you were deported and you cannot come back for 10 years, or if you were deported after seeking entry at the border, right, and you can't come back for 5 years, but you have another way of coming back, but you don't want to wait those 10 years, 5 years, or in some other cases, 20 years, well, you can request an I-212 waiver. In other cases, when you trigger the permanent bar, even if 10 years have passed, you still need to request a waiver or permission to reapply for admissions to the United States. And that's where this waiver comes in. So what do you need to show to get those waivers? Well, you need to explain the reason why you were deported or the reason why you triggered the permanent bar. You need to explain how long you've lived in the United States. The longer you've lived or you lived in the United States, the better. And it's related to showing links and connections to the United States. And you often, if you do have family responsibilities, that's a good factor to bring and to show that you merit this waiver. Additionally, they look at things like your moral character, your respect for law and order, and if you committed a bad action, whether you have been reformed or rehabilitated after either committing a crime or some immigration violations. And they're also going to look at whether you actually have something in your record that will prevent you from coming in anyway. So say you have an aggravated felony for murder, but it's been 20 years and you're asking for this waiver, you can show rehabilitation and everything, but they're not going to let you in because you still have that in your record, right? So that's another factor. And unlike other waivers, you're actually looking at your own individual hardship along with your families, right? So that's somewhat helpful for us, because if you're struggling in your home country and you're trying to do things right, that is something that they will take into consideration. So the last thing that they look at is why you want to come back to the United States. So what is the purpose of this? Are you going to help some family members? Do you have too many family responsibilities? Is there some other reason? Or is it that you just want to come back, right? So the more reasons you have, the better it's going to be for you. But to summarize, right? So if you've been deported, you don't want to wait the time of the punishment, either 5, 10, or 20 years. Or if you trigger the permanent bar and it's been 10 years since you trigger it and you want to enter lawfully, you need a waiver. And this is the waiver you get. Again, my name is Jorge Molina. I am an immigration attorney based in Dallas, Fort Worth. If you like these videos, please share, follow us, drop a comment. We always appreciate them. And thank you for keeping them clean and open to everyone.